Kenvue Inc. is an American consumer health company. Formerly part of Johnson & Johnson's consumer healthcare division, Kenvue owns well-known brands like Aveeno, Band-Aid, Benadryl, Johnson's Baby, Listerine, Mylanta, Neutrogena, Tylenol, and Visine. Kenvue is headquartered in the Skillman area of Montgomery Township, New Jersey, with plans to move its global headquarters to Summit, New Jersey. Before the spin-off, Johnson & Johnson's consumer health division was based in Skillman, even though its pharmaceutical and medical technologies divisions, along with the company's overall headquarters, were located nearby in New Brunswick, New Jersey. On November 12, 2021, Johnson & Johnson announced the spin-off of its consumer health division into a separate company, aiming to streamline operations. The new company would take over well-known consumer brands like Aveeno, Band-Aid, Neutrogena, and Tylenol, while Johnson & Johnson would focus on its pharmaceutical and medical device sectors. CEO Alex Gorsky stated that this move was a response to a significant evolution in these markets, especially on the consumer side, and would enable faster expansion for both businesses. Around the same time, other pharmaceutical companies like Merck & Company sold their consumer health businesses to Bayer in 2014, and Pfizer merged its consumer health division with GSK plc in 2019. In November 2021, General Electric and Toshiba also announced their own plans to split into multiple entities. The New York Times noted that Johnson & Johnson had long benefited from a halo effect, a positive association with its company name stemming from popular household brands like Johnson's Baby. However, its reputation had declined due to various controversies, including litigation over its role in the U.S. opioid epidemic and allegations that its talc-based baby powder contained asbestos and caused ovarian cancer in some consumers. The spin-off was seen as an effort to move past these controversies. Operated many well-known brands, it wasn't nearly as profitable as the pharmaceutical and medical device sectors, generating $15 billion in revenue in 2021 compared to the latter's combined $77 billion. It commented that the popularity of the consumer brands does not significantly contribute to Johnson & Johnson's financial success in its medical businesses. On February 23, 2022, the consumer health business was registered as a corporation in Delaware, under the provisional name J&TL Incorporated. On September 28, 2022, Johnson & Johnson announced that the new consumer health company would be called Kenvue. They explained that the name was a combination of ken, a Scottish English word for knowledge, and view, a homophone of view, intended to evoke the concept of a site. Kenvue filed for an initial public offering, IPO, in 2023 with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Kenvue issued approximately 1.89 billion shares, with about 170 million offered during the IPO. After the IPO, Johnson & Johnson retained approximately 90%. Kenvue's shares were priced at $22, indicating an initial equity valuation of about $41 billion. They traded at $26.90 at the end of the first day of trading, raising around $3.8 billion in capital. This was the largest IPO since Rivian's IPO on November 10, 2021. The IPO was seen as a valuable indicator of broader investor confidence. Observers attributed the slowdown in the U.S. IPO market since 2022 to rising interest rates and predictions of an impending recession. They considered Kenvue an idiosyncratic IPO candidate due to its well-established nature and extensive track record of profitability under its parent company. On July 24, 2023, Johnson & Johnson initiated an exchange offer to split off Kenvue. Following the completion of the exchange offer, Johnson & Johnson retained approximately 9.5% of the outstanding shares of Kenvue common stock. Kenvue was added to the S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats Index in August 2023. Consumer brands operated by Kenvue include Aveeno, Band-Aid, Benadryl, Benylin, Clean and Clear, Imodium, Johnson's Baby, Nicorette, outside the U.S., Pepcid, Rogaine, Sudafed, Tylenol, Visine, Zyrtec. Let's take a look at the technical chart for Kenvue. Since Kenvue is a relatively new stock, having gone public in May 2023, its trading history is quite short. Such stocks are typically not easy to find a bottom or support for. From the daily order flow perspective, it seems to have dropped to an order flow bottom at $22.40 and then bounced back slightly, with the latest price at $23. Let me briefly explain what order flow means. It essentially represents the collective voting of all market participants using their money and chips to determine the price of the stock. The dense trading area is considered the reasonable price for a certain period. When the price is higher than this recognized reasonable price, trading volume decreases because most buyers believe that the current price is above the reasonable level and are unwilling to buy. Similarly, when the price is lower than the recognized reasonable price, trading volume also decreases because most sellers believe that the current price is too low, and they are unwilling to sell. So, order flow is a democratic vote conducted by all traders using their funds and stocks. The more the price deviates from the current reasonable price, the lower the trading volume. We can see that Kenvue's price movement aligns well with the definition of order flow. Therefore, buying on dips within the current price range could be a reasonable strategy. Best of luck with your trading.